We're all about the Archers. I'm Philippa.
And I'm Katie.
And we're here to talk to you all about what has happened so far this week. We will be focusing particularly on the episodes of Sunday the 16th, Monday the 17th, and tonight, Tuesday the 18th of February. There will be spoilers. You have been warned. Katie, what are we thinking?
I am thinking, who is Celia Sparrow? Because they ended that on a cliffhanger, didn't they?
Yeah, so we are recording this straight after without the ability to do a deep dive. So I'm relying on my brain cells. Fingers crossed.
You got this.
I believe that when there was the cheese judging competition and Helen forced Ian to sort of choose her cheese above one that really should have won because it got more votes.
Oh.
I believe that was Celia Sparrow's.
Yes, it could well be. You've got good memory.
Well, food related, it's more likely.
Yeah,
but I could, apologies if I've got that wrong. Literally, we record a minute after it finishes. So, yes, that's how I think it is.
Yeah, that's a good get. Yeah, that does work if it is that. Yeah. That'll be really good.
I'm just intrigued why you'd use milk that could be contaminated in cheese. It's not like a natural selling point.
Yeah, might be all right, might not be. Enjoy.
I like cheese with garlic in and different herbs, but effluent is not my... I hadn't quite thought of that one, but never mind. And I'm not sure that's a fave of yours. Any faves this week, tonight?
Well, first of all, I wanted to know if Khalil's been at your bookshelf.
Honestly, that was an absolute love. And how I was expecting Robert to sort of take a moment and say, oh no, that looks lovely. Because yes, Khalil, we organise our books by colour. Absolutely. You can still find whatever book you need. And then we've heard that the Gills house has no books in it. I mean,
Shocking. I
was fine with the bearded dragon and the white everythings, but no books. No, I'm sorry, we'll draw the line there. What? Yes,
absolutely.
What's your view on colour organised bookshelves?
Colour everywhere, colour of everything. I don't have a huge bookshelf. I'm looking at it now. Mine's more like kind of genre-y kind of thing rather than colour or author. So it doesn't really have a colour theme because there's so much colour everywhere else. We don't need more colour. I think we'd go crazy.
So my question to you tonight, Katie, was there actual dirt left on that? Was it a freezer or was it a mark?
I think it's dirt because I think Clary, bless her, is absolutely run ragged, as they all are. I mean, I know it must cost an absolute fortune to get people in, but surely if your business depended on it, wouldn't you bite the bullet and get a professional cleaning company in, especially when it's selling to the public? If it's your own house, you'll do your best, fine. But this is a dairy and they're losing income. So surely they've got the money to be able to pay for a cleaning company to just gut the whole thing and just get it totally sorted, ready, and then they wouldn't have had this failed test and then been able to just get on with it.
And looking online at what, Professor Google has to tell us, that is once you've got a certain amount of contact with nasty things, you need to get the professionals in. And there might also be structural damage as well caused by it. So you need to have inspections about that. So, I mean, the trouble with what you just said, Katie, though, means that you're thinking Helen is right and Clary is wrong. And so for me...
a little bit worried.
Yes, that's it.
It was nice knowing you. Sorry.
Yes. No. I'm personally, I think yes, Clary was completely fed up, but it was a mark on that freezer in my mind. It was not dirt, and I was so glad I didn't hear Helen say yes, got it off or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh dear. So what else? What other faves have you got?
Faves. I've got, I feel like this happened weeks ago now, but Linda not doing the interview was a fave.
Yes.
I wish they'd kind of done more with the Lawrence conversation and maybe we'd heard her having a go and maybe it's not the end of it. But I do wish there'd been a bit of kind of comeback from it and not just him saying that and then us having the theme tune. So, yeah, but I was very glad that she didn't do the interview because I wasn't sure if she was going to do it, but just kind of totally drop him in it instead. Either would have been good. But yes, well done, Linda. I was very excited. The home farm bit was in my faves to start with. But once I realised it was just white with no colour and they just kind of killed Jenny's kitchen and... I mean, but also Joy isn't that not technological minded, surely, that she doesn't know what a robot hoover is and doesn't really know what a hot tap is. Come on. That was a little bit painful.
Drinks wardrobe. That sounded nice.
Yeah,
quite like
better than
the
a
sound of
cabinet.
that.
We're going for a wardrobe.
Yes. Are bearded dragons okay in the cold? I started to get very worried about this. Not that I've ever thought before.
This is one of my predictions. I'm going to jump straight ahead now. That the bearded dragon is going to get too cold. And so Joy is going to have to snuggle up with the bearded
with
dragon.
Florence and Joy.
Yeah, exactly. So, it's not going to go well. I'm hoping that it is not an ex-bearded dragon by the time the gills come back.
That won't be good. I mean, the week... Sorry, carry on.
I did like Joy's comment about the fact that she said the gills speak to no one. Yes, that is very true. None of us have heard. So it's very true.
Indeed it is, yes, because this week started with Joy announcing that she needed more hand wash. And I thought, crikey, are they actually using hand wash to clean the place? There isn't enough Palmolive to... Is that what they're doing? You know, I didn't. Yeah. And I loved Susan with the no offence taken when Mick didn't want the almond cake. Yeah. And her voice, it was just joyful to hear that and had me laughing a lot.
I loved Natasha saying that Susan could help Tom with all the labour, and then because seeing as you're the older one to Clary, I actually gasped when I heard that. I thought that was brilliant.
I did.
She just, I'm starting to love Natasha again. Yeah. Just kind of with her little one-liners clip-clopping around. Yes, we did so well with the cleaning. It's kind of, was that a we? Or were we just kind of padding around in our heels?
I was a bit sad that there wasn't more effluent this week. I was hoping for more exploding drains. I quite like the drama of it all. So yes, but I loved Alistair referring to the fact that the biohazard mats weren't very welcoming.
Yes, I thought that was brilliant. Doesn't really go with the decor, a whole like yellow and black hazard sign.
No, exactly.
Wonderful.
Something that I seemed to learn on Sunday night that I think it was Sunday night that I wasn't aware of. It was for Tony's birthday. Happy birthday, Tony.
Happy birthday.
Tony is bald?
Yeah, I thought that. I didn't realise that. I didn't expect him to have much hair, but I kind of thought he'd have a bit. Yeah, I didn't really think he was bald.
Guy, for his birthday, he's got an airbrush, a horrible hat, and Tom ate all the cake. I mean, that's not much of a birthday, is it?
And he looked like Ali G, which is an image that I really wanted in my mind. It's so funny.
Any other faves?
No, they weren't my faves. There wasn't that many.
Have I got any other faves? My faves for the wrong reasons. When Helen said, we don't know why they've classified us as unsatisfactory. And I just thought, I do, you Bridge Farm. That just made me laugh. And the phrase high bacterial load, I'm wondering if that's the title of this week's podcast. I thought that was quite good.
That's
so,
a
yes,
good
I'm afraid that was a fave. Oh, before we go on, we must just do food. To Kerry Davis week. Thank you very much, Kerry, for all the food. I'll go through it as quickly as possible. Cake, Victoria sponge, almonds, simple sponge, raspberries, marshmallows, kiwi fruit, hay, baking, supplements, croissant, lemon drizzle cake, pastry, herbs, fruit loaf, chocolate cake, lemon drizzle, rosemary, winter savoury, cheese.
Woo, all the cake.
Please tell me your flops.
Mick saying that almonds taste like toenails or are like toenails. It's really put me off.
Oh no!
Just
put me off, Mick.
An almond slice. Oh no, thanks. Gonna have to pick them off now.
I mean,
Grim.
It must have been. I've come across a Victoria sponge with like ground almond, bits in for the flavouring, but not actual sort of whole almonds.
No, I mean that's kind of going more almond slice kind of that cake, I would have thought, than a Victoria sponge. But
Were they the decorations on the top?
Could have been. Yes.
Anyway, sorry. Carry on. More flops.
Going all the way down that road. Also, I had a question when they said about the shop and the tea room being open on Monday, when they said Anya's pleased. Who's Anya?
Yes, working in the shop. And also they mentioned that it was Slavkos's day off, so Tony was working like a madman.
Got loads of random people names.
Yes.
Yeah. Wasn't sure who they were. I was hoping that you were going to, oh, well, yes, they were this, but no. Okay, I'm glad you didn't know.
No, if I have to say, I've heard Anya mentioned before, but I haven't heard Slavkos mentioned before. But again, that could be my error. So apologies again. Once more, let's just hand them round.
Absolutely. But I also loved Khalil. That was kind of jumping a little bit to my star of the week, actually, sorry. But his enthusiasm for the whole looking after the llamas and the vet side of things. I really love his enthusiasm for that. I think it's really nice.
Absolutely. I thought that was lovely. And Alistair had to leave the cafe and go straight there to rescue the llama by putting some Savlon on it, which was good.
Bit of Germaline on Constanza.
Yes, in fact, I'll give one of my predictions now. I am slightly concerned about Constanza because Alistair went straight from somewhere with a high bacterial load to swabbing Savlon on Constanza, and I'm very concerned for the future of Constanza. Constanza may not stand much longer. But it was nice to hear Alistair this week. He's gone straight from smelling the disinfectant to joining us because, great link, terrible link, I know, really, but there we go. This Saturday is our interview with the wonderful Michael who plays Alistair. It was really wonderful to talk to him, and we can't wait for you to listen and watch that on Saturday. So yes, very good to hear him popping up this week. Any other flops, Katie?
The llama sound effects. I didn't think it really sounded like a llama. Did they not have a llama? I mean, I don't know. I don't know what a llama sounds like. Maybe it was extremely accurate, but it really did sound like someone just going, meh. It wasn't a particular llama sound.
Sure. I haven't done a deep dive on researching llama sounds, so it didn't strike me as wrong, but if you feel that, then we need to take a stand on that, Katie.
Could well be, yeah, absolutely.
Any other flops?
No, I think I've said all mine mixed in with everything else. I got a bit overly excited and just said everything rather than sticking to any kind of structure whatsoever. Have you got any?
Well, I'm very concerned about pumping milk down the drain. Surely that's not environmentally acceptable, because we hear all about these fatbergs everywhere, and surely thousands of gallons of milk is just going to make that worse. So I'm hoping that the inspector comes round.
You've really got it in for them, haven't you?
I know, I'm so sorry. I do apologise. And a flop was that Harrison can't come back to visit. He's not allowed. I mean, is he actually doing some secret spying in another country, do we think?
Bless him, trying to do a secret spy thing. I'm a little bit concerned if that's what he's doing.
Yes, he won't last
Love
long.
him to bits, but I'm not sure that's going to go very well. Because I had got in the flops, have we all forgotten about Harrison? But then I crossed it out because obviously it was discussed tonight. They remembered about Harrison, that he's gone.
Yeah, the only other flop was about the house sales ground to a halt. I mean, I'd say to Kirsty, she just needs to get another buyer, but I don't know who's going to buy an effluent covered house, so I'm worried about that. I don't think she's going to be able to move out. That's my worry.
No.
But there we go. So yes, tell me your star of the week. We've had some hints already, but tell me.
Well, star is definitely Khalil. I really loved his enthusiasm with everything. I thought it was so nice, and he tried with the books, but just as soon as he was around animals with the llamas, spotted something was wrong, and yeah, he's grown on me. I was not a fan of them to start with, but Khalil is my fave, but my twit is Zainab.
Oh,
That face! Whoa.
why?
I didn't like the way, I mean, I know it's brother sister jabbing at each other, but the way she kept shooting him down, especially with the animals, where she was meh, meh, meh. So yeah, I wasn't a fan. There's something about Zainab that's not, it grates on me a little bit.
Fair enough. Well, my star of the week is Susan, because she baked this incredible cake that they gobbled up and said was amazing, and then put her in charge of planting things, and she wasn't allowed to bake. So she's my star of the week. My twit of the week is Robert for not wanting colour-coded bookshelves. I'm sorry, that's not good. Predictions.
Yes. So I don't know whether this whole Poogate is because of the beavers. Have the beavers been released early and they have caused a problem that's then caused an issue somewhere else? Or are they all then going to suddenly be, oh, it would be a great idea to get the beavers in? So I'm not sure which way we're going with this. So have they done something that caused a problem, or is it going to solve everything and it was the greatest decision ever, but then just causes another problem somewhere else? Yeah, so I feel like that's got to go somewhere. Khalil's definitely going to get vet work experience. He's going to be helping out. We've not heard from Paul in ages, so is he going to be the new Paul? I'm not sure what's happening there, because we've kind of lost that Denise and Paul for now. So maybe, who knows? And I don't know which way the Fallon and Harrison's going to go. I feel like she might fall harder for him and then he doesn't come back or something.
No.
I don't know. I know, I'm sorry. Yeah, no, touch wood, that's not going to happen. But I don't know. I don't know which way it's going to go. Is she going to get her head turned while she's still back here and he comes back and he's more in love with her? Or is it vice versa? Because she's pining for him more than I thought she would be by now. And is it just going to get stronger? I don't know.
See, very good, excellent. I like all of those. I wondered if Rochelle would hear about Joy's house move and suddenly show up, but it doesn't sound like Home Farm is actually the place that we think it is at the moment, with no heating or electricity. I've mentioned about Alistair and the bacteria contamination. I think Bridge Farm are going to have problems that last a long time, and I think Dettel are going to start selling twigs of herbs as part of their new range. That's it. Now, on Saturday, as we've mentioned, we've got the interview with Alistair, and in 1 month's time, there is the Patreon live event. Look on the show notes for the link to sign up for the Patreon there. And I'll be back next Tuesday with Quentin for more of this madness. Until then, it's a goodbye from me.
Ta-ra from me.
Goodbye, everyone.
Bye.